At 6 Meridian, we are committed to exceptional client service and evolving to meet our clients' ever-changing needs in the ever-changing landscape of wealth advisory. That landscape recently changed significantly in the form of the U.S. tax code. In this 4-part series with Mitch Caddell, CPA of BKD Advisors, we will explore those changes and their possible impact on you as you plan for 2018 and beyond. We hope you find this series helpful and informational as you navigate the sometimes complicated world of tax planning. Mitch, many of our clients are business owners. Can you explain some of the changes that will affect the owners of pass-through businesses with this new tax law?
Sure, Margaret. One of the things that they're going to get is just the overall tax benefit of the new brackets for individuals, because pass-through income is taxed at the individual level. It's not taxed on its own scale. So folks will see a decline in their tax rate from 39.6 to 37%, potentially, if they're in the top bracket. So that's great for our flow-through business owners. And then another new deduction that Congress has passed is a 20% deduction of qualified business income from pass-through entities. However, this particular deduction has had a lot of questions and a lot of really controversy around it, just simply because they really didn't define all the terms. They didn't really go through all the mechanics and get everything just nailed down in this tax bill. So over the course of the summer and the fall, I think we're going to have to kind of watch for new regulations. And as the form rolls out, we're going to get more definition around that particular deduction as to whether or not we're going to be able to use it on all cases or some cases, who's going to qualify, who's not, what kind of income qualifies, what doesn't. So there's just a lot of, I think, openness right now until Congress puts a little more definition around the box.
Mitch, it's been heavily covered in the media, the reduction of the corporate tax rate. Can you talk about what's happening there?
Sure, Andrew. We went from 8 brackets starting at 15% going clear up to 39%. Now we're down to one simple bracket of 21% on all income. So you want to talk about making things simple, that really did. Another great thing that came out of that is we have a number of personal service corps that are, for example, medical practices, and you're always trying to plan those because they have a maximum rate of 35%. They also got the benefit of the drop, and so they are also looking at a flat 21% as opposed to having a top rate of 35% on their income. So really some great things came out of the C Corp change this year.
What is the change to bonus depreciation and the immediate expensing of capital expenditures?
Bonus depreciation in 2018 is going to be 100%. And Congress was nice enough to make that retroactive into September of 2017. So it's an opportunity for our clients, if you put assets in service in the last quarter of the year, to potentially take 100% deduction for your new assets that you've placed in service. In addition, there is no limit on that. It's just like the old bonus in that regard. Regarding your Section 179 expense, that went from $500,000 now up to $1 million of expensing. And that starts phasing out at $2.5 million of assets being placed in service. So for your smaller businesses, as long as you're not putting in a huge amount of assets, but a good sized amount, you're going to get some extra deduction this year, up to about $500,000 that was not available in 2017.
We know there were changes to personal AMT regulations. Were there any changes to corporate AMT?
Yes, there was. The corporate folks got a really nice break. Their AMT is now repealed, and that was something that I know Congress wanted to do for the individuals. Unfortunately, funding constraints didn't necessarily give them the ability to do that, but the corporate AMT did get repealed. So that's a great thing for our C Corps.
We've highlighted major changes that have come about due to the new tax law. Every situation is different, so we recommend that you speak to your tax professional as you're planning your tax situation going forward. Thank you for joining us.